So right now it's January 2nd, 2020. And that's pretty neat, I suppose. Whole decade is over. Now we've got this to look forward to. New games coming out, which I guess I'll play, as well as all the other crap that I said that I would play, which is also great. I figured that it would probably be good if we set up some sort of plan for this channel, so that I'm getting sick of just kind of doing things whenever I feel like. It's kind of, I don't know, it's not fun for me to just do it like that. I would rather just know what I'm gonna do, plan, and just do it. So I think that's what we're gonna do now. In my previous video, I made that whole video between 3 in the morning and 5 in the morning, recording it and editing it, and then starting to post it, getting it up later in the afternoon. Early in that morning, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna promise to do at least 4 new walkthroughs on YouTube, which prior to then I wanted to do anyways, but now it's like, because I told you guys about it, now I have to do it, which is honestly okay with me, because they're good games. So what we have coming up is just the first couple of the new Hitman games. I'll play those. I'll play Blood Money, and then one of my favorite games, Bully by Rockstar Games. I'll play that too. I also got some new recording equipment recently, so I could play games on the PS4 and or record games on the PlayStation and the Xbox 360 or whatever. So that'll be good too. And the way I intend on doing it is having as few. I don't want to do like one game across like 20 videos. I'd rather do it in like 1 or 5 or 10, because there are some long games out there, but I don't know, we'll see. In the case of the Hitman games, I'm gonna do a video a piece, or I'll try to. For Bully, I'll do 5 videos, 1 for each chapter. Unless I feel like doing a couple. No, I think 1 for each chapter is pretty solid. So I'll do that. There are some games coming out this year that I'm looking forward to. There's a game called, I mentioned it before, Cyberpunk 2077 coming out. And that'll be fun. I think what I would like to do is play that for YouTube also. I think it just makes sense because it's a new game. It would probably do me well, and I just love games like that, so that'll be fun. There's also a game that I've got my eye on called Ready or Not. I mean, I've already pre-ordered it, so I'm gonna play that when it comes out. That I'll definitely do the campaign on YouTube as well. That'll be fun. If you like the SWAT games, it's kind of like very much like that. People have been saying it's like a spiritual successor, just things like that. And having played the alpha, yeah, it's a lot like SWAT form, so that'll be fun. And I know this is kind of silly, but I definitely want to play it on here as well. It's just a fun puzzle game coming out. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, the remastered version coming out. The first game, the original, that was like one of my first video games ever. Like, I was pretty much a baby or a toddler when it came out. I'm 19 now, but yeah, that game has sentimental value to me. So I'm really excited to play that as well. I'll probably get it on the PS4, and I'll play it on YouTube also, play through that. That'll be fun. That one I imagine I'll have to do like multiple videos, because that's a different kind of game. It's a long set of puzzles, so that'll be fun. Or a platforming game, whatever. So there's that. So that's 3 new games coming out, plus the four older games. Well, one of them is relatively new, but the 4 games that I said I'm already doing, I'll do those, and then these 3 coming out. It'll be a while before they come out, so, well, I mean, there'll be plenty of stuff that we could do before the games comes out. So that'll be great. What else is there? I don't know. I just figured that I ought to let you know that I guess I'm sorry for not really kind of keeping a schedule. I have a habit of just kind of, I guess, procrastinating, and I have been busy too. I mean, so far it's just my schedule with YouTube. I haven't been treating it right. It's like a video a month, or I skip a couple months. It's ridiculous. But I think that if I'm gonna do the whole New Year's resolution thing. I never do it, but if I'm gonna pretend to or just pick something, my resolution would probably be to start giving a damn about this channel, because I made it for making videos. Even if nobody watches them, I want to be able to watch them later, or just a couple people is fine, you know. I know YouTube is kind of a pain in the ass, not that great of a site sometimes. Was for a while, in my opinion. I think it's still great now, because of the content creators on it, but just the way it's managed, I mean, that's just... I'm sure you've seen 100 videos by now of just people complaining about how people run the site at Google, but, you know, it's what it is, man. Aside from that, I don't know. I've been thinking about, oh, well, I guess I should explain why this game right here. I figured it would be appropriate because, A, it's one of my favorite games, and I kind of forgot about it for a while, but I just picked it up again on PC. This came out at the start of the decade that just passed. Came out right in what was it, 2010. Excuse me. Came out in 2010, and I was like 9 or 10 when it came out. I remember I used to like play it at like friends' houses or whatever because I wasn't like able to own it at the time. But it just has sentimental value to me. I love it a lot. One of the first mature rated games that I got to play, so that was a lot of fun. And to be honest, I think if you ever play the campaign in Black Ops, it's really damn good. Honestly, that was like one of the last good campaigns in my opinion. That and Black Ops 2. Although the new Modern Warfare was great, I just played that. But yeah, I figured this would be an easy game to have as a backdrop behind whatever it is I'm saying. What else? I kind of have an appreciation for people that constantly do YouTube, especially every day. I know there are some people that'll have other people edit their videos for them, but I'm just kind of doing this by myself right now. And, I mean, I don't have to tell you that I'm a lazy son of a gun when you take a look at my upload schedule. But when I do edit this stuff, man, it's it's a lot of fun, and it's not the hardest thing in the world. It's just there are people who do it a hell of a lot more than I do, and I could imagine it could be tiring. So, I mean, you probably, I don't even, like, know what the hell I'm doing, to be frank. I mean, you just saw my intro. I hope it was good. I know my, God, I was looking at my last video, and the outro, just in my opinion, is kind of a disaster. It seemed good at the time, but I was kind of falling asleep, and it was 4 in the morning, so, I mean, at some point, my videos will not be cringe, but when, you know, now that I'm actually just starting to, like, implement myself into videos and not just do gameplay by itself, you're gonna get me and all of my just dumbassness, so that's great. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good year. I don't know. At this point, it just seems like games are just starting to take it up a notch. The new Half-Life game looks pretty damn incredible, and I never thought I would be saying those words in that order ever, because it didn't seem like they were going to drop another one, but they did. It's not Half-Life 3, it's Half-Life 1.5. I think it's between 1 and 2, and you play as that Alex character, so... And it's a VR-only game, which is, I mean, not terrible, you know? Even though I kind of like just sitting on the couch, or just sitting at my computer, controller, or mouse, keyboard. Excuse me. But Valve is the type of company to want to believe that they are making an impact on the industry, which they did do. But they wanted to do it again, and so they're going to make this game VR. Fantastic. That'll be fun. I would love to play it, but I gotta beat the other games first. I beat the first Half-Life on hard or something, I think, and I got through most of 2. Now I just gotta wrap up that game and then Episode 1 and Episode 2. For some reason Half-Life 2 isn't even Episode 1, it's just Episode 0, and then Episode 1 is the Part 2 to that, and so forth. So, whatever. I'll play through those games again, or for the first time I'll finish them. And we'll see about the new Half-Life game. I imagine if I was to play the new Half-Life Alyx on YouTube, I would be obligated to play all of the other ones that came before it also, minus the extensions to the first game. what was it, Blue Shift and something. I don't know. I have those also. I haven't played them yet, but they look pretty good. So yeah, there's, jeez. So we got Half-Life. We have a Half-Life game coming out this year. I guess that's the telltale sign for me, thinking, okay, maybe this year is going to be good on games. You know. I mean, we've kind of known that for a while, but it just got a hell of a lot better. So that'll be good. When Valve makes a game, they don't disappoint. You know. So it'll be good. I felt like playing zombies today, recording this, because I don't know. I don't see myself getting Black Ops 4. Apparently, the next Call of Duty game is Black Ops 5 or Black Ops, no subtitle, no number after it. I don't know if it's a reboot or a sequel or what, but they wanted to do like a quote-unquote reboot, like make Black Ops fresh again, kind of like they did with Modern Warfare, which was an actual reboot, I suppose. But I don't know. I kind of feel like Black Ops 3 and 4, but in terms of well, 4 didn't really even have a campaign, but the campaign with 3, that's when like the whole Black Ops franchise just deviated into something else. It felt like Black Ops 3 was just titled that Black Ops just to make bucks, when it had nothing to do with Black Operations. At least the type that you saw in Black Ops 1 and 2. Just a completely different game altogether. I guess the only connecting thing was the zombies mode in that, which was alright. But I feel like zombies was at its prime in Black Ops 1 and 2, because it was just simpler. Yeah, you had some objectives, which was great. My favorite objective-based map is probably Mob of the Dead from Black Ops 2. I remember, jeez. You never know, like, I don't know. At least I didn't know. Oh, yeah, there's that dog. He got stuck in the floor, that hellhound. That was funny. Now I remember playing these old maps with like just the same people. I guess a squad or whatever you want to call it. Those were good times. You never know when's the last time you're gonna play with your squad. So, yeah. Yeah, good people. But yeah, I just felt like playing this because it just brings back good memories. And, it's a good map. The thing about, what is this? This is Kino der Toten in Black Ops, which was like the only map, well, one of the 2 maps, not including the whole Dead Ops Arcade thing, which was also great. This was one of the 2 maps that was in Black Ops before any of the downloadable content added to it. Kino der Toten, I think that's like Theater of the Dead in German. And it's basically just a theater, I mean, we've been watching the video long enough, right? You could tell what the hell it is. I don't know. I like it just because of the aesthetics, how it looks. I like the teleporter. I like that it's got a pack-a-punch, obviously, right? Which is like the upgrade your gun thing. But it also has this room kind of makes it easy. This big room. You could get cornered, which is gonna happen at the end of this video for me. It was actually really stupid. You could basically just kind of train the zombies to go in circles, and you'll be fine. I think the last time I played this before today, I got to like 20 or 30 something. Yeah, I screwed it up today. I think I got to like somewhere in the teens, a little after round 11 maybe, which is okay, I mean, it's amazing compared to 13-year-old me, or 12-year-old me. That's pretty amazing, but in the overall grand scheme of things, it's fine. It's a lot easier with keyboard and mouse. I'll tell you that. Whoops, black screen. There we go. Not bad with the controller at all. I mean, I played the new Modern Warfare game on the PS4, but that was kind of because I was worried about the online community dying immediately or soon, as do most Call of Duty games on PC when it comes to multiplayer. Whereas on console, I mean, you still got like at least 100,000 people. I mean, that's just me kind of guessing, but you still have many people playing Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops, for example, on the Xbox 360 online in multiplayer matches. But on PC, I mean, forget about it. You got a lot of hackers and just empty lobbies, modded lobbies where it's not even the regular game. It's just, just not the way to play it, man. Not for me, anyways. But yeah, I got this on PC in late 2019, anyways, just so I could experience zombies again, and the campaign, which is just great. What else? I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I got some recording equipment for my consoles, so I could record stuff on there. I was thinking when I play Bully, I'll play it on the 360, which, I mean, it runs a hell of a lot better on PC when one gets it working. But I have this, I'm in this situation where the introductory cutscene doesn't even play, or you get the sound or not the video. I think that was my case, and it likes to crash, and it would just be easier if I played on the Xbox 360, which is fine because it works a hell of a lot better with a controller than it does with a mouse and keyboard. Although they did a great job, it's just better on console for that reason. So I like it. Although you can plug in a controller to a PC, but my point is this is just gonna be the way I do it. Probably, we'll see. When I get that SpongeBob game, I'll get on the PS4. I'll use that thing on that console. I'm still trying to understand or figure out how to get the static out of the mic, because I know you don't just hear me. So here's what you hear right now. You hear me, and you hear the air around me, the room that I'm in. You hear just things that you don't need to hear. That, and I guess the music that I placed in the background, because I had some audio issues with recording the game. I don't know what the hell happened. It's what it is. Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna do the best I can. I know it sucks, but I'll figure it out, man. I'm kind of thinking of crap to say to fill in all the game time, but that's really it. I'm just letting you know that there is a plan for this year that I've got now. For this year, especially, I guess so I'm on break right now. I'm in college. I just had my first semester, which was mostly great. The break started maybe sometime early December, So now I'm letting you know how much of a knucklehead I am for not posting videos sooner. Because I had plenty of time, I'll tell you that. But I just got my equipment, so for the consoles, and I'm starting to be less lazy. So there you have it. But I have plenty of time. I have until the 21st, and then my schedule with uploading might be shaky again. But between now and the 21st, I'm gonna upload more consistently. I'm gonna go at it. Actually, by the time this uploads, within a few days, I should have something else. I'm gonna force myself to, and I'll have fun doing it. Usually I procrastinate, but whatever it is I'm procrastinating, when I wind up doing it, it winds up being the bomb, so it'll be fun. I would like to bang through, like I said before, at least I think I did, I would like to bang through the Hitman games. I don't know which one I'm going to start with. When I play Hitman 2015, 16, whenever the hell it came out, I'm going to play the DLC version that they shoved into Hitman 2, because that's just easier for me. They literally ported that whole game into the next one, and I don't feel like starting up the old one. So I'll play it through that. Then immediately we'll hop into the second game. I mean, I know what the hell to do in most of the missions. Should be a breeze. That's gonna be a lot of fun, actually. I still haven't played the new DLC map that came out for Hitman quote-unquote 2, which is, Hitman 7. What is it? It's like on a beach or something. I just haven't felt like playing it. I'm probably gonna do it after I do a walkthrough of Hitman 2016 and Hitman 2019. I mean, I already did the bank level, which is, canonically speaking, after Hitman 2. It's what it is. If you feel like seeing it in the right order, you can just watch the new stuff that comes out, then go back. Whatever you want to do, it's cool. But yeah, I'll play those games. And before or after, I'll play Hitman Blood Money. the nice thing about Hitman 2016 and quote-unquote 2 is that although they are sequels to the games before, um, you don't... I have the opportunity to play... You could basically play the Hitman games in any order you want, and you'll be fine. I mean, I'm not going to play Absolution for diddly, but it's... like, at all. You won't see it on this channel. But, yeah, I'll play the other ones. I'll play those two, then I'll play Blood Money. And if I feel like... if I have the time, you know, and the patience, I'll play... God, I would actually love to play Hitman 2 Silent Assassin and Contracts, but, I mean, we gotta do things slowly. Like, I just committed myself to 4 games. As well as, you know, the new games that are coming out, you know. So, we've got, what is it, 2 old games and 2 not-so-old games, but they've been out for a long time anyways. Just 4 games. We'll do them, and then we'll, you know, see what happens. We really had a lot of good games come out this previous decade, too, didn't we? I mean, we had Black Ops right here. What else? We got Portal 2, that's great. I just started playing that again. Just, you know, Grand Theft Auto 5. Just a lot of good games, man. Undertale was pretty great. I enjoyed that. It was a good decade. You know, I mean, I was 10 when it started. Well, really 9. And now it's just, that's half my life, but it flew by. It flew by really fast. And there's a lot of things that I miss. Oh, I think this is when I finally get to the Pack-a Punch. When I was recording this, I was actually talking, but none of it picked up, and yeah, it was great. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing this now. But, what the hell was I talking about? Yeah, this decade was just really something for me. I mean, it's half my life, and it's the part of my life that where I remember things the most. I feel like I really remember... I mean, I remember things from when I was, like, littler, you know, really small, but, I mean... there comes a point where it's like, alright, now your memory starts working, now you remember things, now you're actually alive. Like you were alive before, but now it's like, you're alive and you understand that you're alive. So, that was that decade for me. Yeah, that's when I got into online gaming for the first time. Before I had the Xbox 360, that was my first really good console. Like, well, my first real console. Not to downplay things like the Wii and GameCube, which I played before, but the Xbox 360 is what brought me into, not just mature-rated games, but just, you know, nicer-looking games, more good games, and online games, online, you know, having online friends to play with or whatever, you know, just playing with familiar groups with different games, things like that. And it was only in the latter half of this decade, literally, like the second, like since 2015, maybe. That's when I got into PC gaming. I mean, I played on the computer before, but it was always like old games, or, you know, friggin' Minesweeper, Pac-Man, just things like that, or the old Battlefront games. I used to play that on PC a lot. Not the EA ones, you know, the good ones. Yeah, man, it was just that decade for me. It was an important decade. You know, I think I die here. No, I don't. It says it's 37 minutes and 47 seconds, this whole thing. I mean, I'll probably snip it a little bit. Looks like we got plenty of time left. But yeah, it was just one hell of a decade for me, man. My first PlayStation. I'm like... You know, I have, like, great respect for, like, the PS2 era, you know? I understand that that was really something. So, I mean, you gotta just understand that, you know, my circumstances are a little different. My first PlayStation was the Vita. And after that, it was the PlayStation 4 Pro, you know? So, I mean, my first experience with the PlayStation was, I think, the 2, you know? At my old, like an old family member's place back, maybe like 2005. which was great. You know, it was fun. I used to play. I mean, I didn't own the console, but I played it elsewhere. I used to play Tony Hawk's Underground 2 on the PlayStation 2 for a bit, and then last decade, that being just a few days ago, I got it for the Xbox, because I would play original Xbox games on the Xbox 360, because I bought that friggin' hard drive. But yeah, I never owned an Xbox or a PlayStation 2. But what I would do is play old Xbox games on the 360, and with PS2 games, I'd get them on the 360 if they were available for that, or on a PC, and then I'd probably download it again for a PS4, because you know they got some PS2 games on the PS4 store, so that's all well and good. My first console. I mean, now I'm getting back into before last decade. I'm just thinking about last decade and the decade before, I suppose. At least now. My first ever console was a GameCube, and that's when I played my first game. I swear to God, like, if my memory is correct, my first ever game was SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Now, it might have actually been Harry Potter for PC, but it's not like I understood how it worked. I was a baby, you know. I could understand the console and a controller, but not, you know, keyboard and mouse at the time. So, my first game, for real, was that SpongeBob game. So, you can imagine why I'm excited for the new game. I'm looking at the gameplay now. I remember, yeah, because I had run full circle, they're all coming through this door. I think I am, like, it feels like I'm getting closer to where I died. Okay, so I remember managing this round, because it ends with like a few crawlers, because I used that grenade launcher. But yeah, this is a funny map, man. Anyways, yeah, my first console was a GameCube. Then after that was the Wii. Then I think one of my uncles let me borrow his 360 for a while. I got games for that. One of the first good ones was I played Tony Hawk American Wasteland, or Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, and that was a lot of fun. I still play it. Okay, I played it last year. Yeah, and then I gave it back to him, wound up getting my own console. What was it, the Xbox 360 Slim or something? It's like the black one that's a little thinner, and it kind of does that V thing on top. I don't know. My first mature rated game, it was either Black Ops 2 or Half-Life 2, because I had the orange box for the 360, you know? And I played Portal 2 before playing Portal 1. I know, it's whatever, sorry. It's just how it turned out. But yeah, at some in the earlier half of last decade, I got Portal 2. It was fantastic. And then I got the orange box. Portal 1 was just as good. And that's the orange box was 5 games. That was Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Episode 2, then Portal, then Team Fortress 2, which is yet to be updated on console, and never will be again, which is fine. I mean, I'm trying to get into TF2 on PC, you know, which is where it's at. But, I mean, you really gotta, I mean, my favorite class is my worst class, which is the spy class, so there you have it. That's the one I admire the most, though. It seems the most fun. But, yeah, I have, those games were fun. Yeah, then, a little after that, probably, I got Black Ops 2. And yeah, when I got Black Ops 2, that was when I started doing the online stuff, like talking to people, you know, that I knew online, mostly, like from school. Yeah. There was another game that I played. At this point, I'm just, you know, reminiscing to fill up time. But I'm happy to talk. Before I could play like M-rated games, because I was still a kid. You know, just raised differently, whatever. I used to play, you know, I played Call of Duty 2. I played that online. which only had a few people, but I still got to play it. That campaign was good. I played Call of Duty 2, and I played another game called Gotham City Imposters, which at the time was an Xbox Live Arcade game on the 360 and PS3, and then would become free to play much later on for Steam. I have it on Steam, as a matter of fact, and people still play it on Steam. I can't imagine what it's like on console now. That was one of those games that's kind of buried in time. Oh, yeah, I died right here. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I actually get... yeah. What you just saw happens again later. I'm gonna die in that exact spot again. But yeah, I buy a little more time for myself. Yeah, Gotham City Imposters, that was like a people dressed as Joker and people dressed as Batman shooting at each other, you know? Like a gang warfare sort of game. That was also a little wacky, not, you know, like a comic book. That was fun. That was, yeah, that was a shooter I played on the 360. After getting Black Ops 2, I would eventually get Payday 2. I got it for the 360. I know I've said this 100 times at this point, but yeah, I got it for the 360. It was alright. And then I got it for the Xbox One. Why? I don't know. I didn't own a PC. When I got it on PC, it's like a completely different game, but also a better one. So, I love that game. In time, my go-to games would become the Hitman games and Payday 2. As well as, for the longest time, Call of Duty. I know it's like that game that people take a dump on now, and rightfully so, regarding when you take into account the last few games. Not to say that Advanced Warfare was terrible. It wasn't, but it wasn't good or great. It was just fine. I mean, I didn't go through that campaign. I played some of it, and I just didn't care. At some point, the games got formulaic. You know, that's how it felt with Black Ops 3. That's how it felt with Advanced Warfare. I imagine, well, yeah, that's how it happened with Infinite Warfare, which is a game that I forget existed, you know? And, yeah. But I tell you, man, the first two Black Ops games, and from you know what I understand, the old Modern Warfare games as well. I mean, I just played Modern Warfare 2, and that was it, but those games were great. They had great multiplayer, I know that. I played Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer a lot. The most Call of Duty multiplayer I played was Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2. I mean, I did okay in Black Ops 1, you know, I did a little bit. I still play it on the 360, but I did my best in Black Ops 2 for sure. For sure. I never wanted to prestige though, because I hate the idea of resetting all my skills for no good reason. Alright, so this thing says that I'm at 36 minutes, and the whole thing is 37 minutes and 47 seconds. So I imagine I'm gonna die soon. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like right here. Right at this corner. It was actually really stupid. These guys got me, and I thought, okay, I'll just jump over. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Oh, that's right, I have this. Okay, I'm still gonna die in this corner again. You'll see. But yeah, I'll tell you, man, it was a good decade. And, you know, I said this before, I guess I'll just wrap up the video with this. New Year's resolution for me is to start giving a crap about this channel. And I'll do exactly that. It'll be good, man. We'll have a lot of fun. Play some good games, you know. Thanks for watching this. I know I've kind of rambled at points. Oh, I died here? Okay, I remember it wrong. Cool. But, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I had a lot of fun talking. Thanks for just, you know, listening. Just wanted to get some stuff off my mind. It's been good. You know, in the future I'll probably do more Call of Duty Zombies. It's just me talking, you know, next time I want to just share my thoughts. Yeah. Anyways, it looks like it'll be a good year, guys, so I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Have a good one.